In this video, I will share how to create this binoculars effect using Create Studio Pro. Hello, this is Randy with another Create Studio Pro tutorial. The first place to start is to build the binoculars, and it is really quite easy. Add a rectangle shape to your canvas. Fill the entire canvas by clicking on the expand icon, and that will increase the scale to 100%. Change the color to black by opening the color wheel and dragging the circle down to the bottom. Now this next step may not make sense right now, however it will become clearer later in the video. Increase the scale of the black rectangle to 125%. Use the mouse scroll wheel to reduce the canvas size and click on Center. You can see the rectangle now extends outside the canvas. Next step is to add a circle shape. Move the circle so that it touches the right side of the canvas. You will see a purple vertical and horizontal line when it is positioned correctly. Grab the top left box and expand the circle until it touches the top of the canvas. A purple line will display when you reach the top. Repeat the operation to the bottom left box until the circle touches the bottom of the canvas. Duplicate the circle track on the timeline. Move the duplicate circle to the far left of the canvas, and when you see both the vertical and horizontal purple lines, it is in position. Eventually, we will use the green screen effect to remove the circles, so you could change the blue color to green. Tip: however, it is not necessary to make the circles green, as you can specify any color to remove in the green screen effect, and we will pick this blue color instead. Alright, so these blue circles are going to be the eyepieces of our binoculars. But currently they have very sharp edges, and I want to give them somewhat of a vignette appearance. Open the effects folder by clicking on the star on the far left and drag the edge feather effect onto both circles. To change the amount of feathering, use feathering strength in the top right. I found a good value for feather strength is 30%. Change the feather strength on the other circle to 30% as well. Select all three tracks and group them. At this point, if we try to apply the green screen effect, you will see that it cannot be applied to a group. Tip: take a snapshot of the group by right mouse click and selecting Take Snapshot. When you do so, you will see the snapshot added to your project media. Go ahead and delete your group and drag the snapshot onto the timeline. It may default to a scale of 80%, so go ahead and change the value to 125%. Now let's apply the green screen effect. Click on the star and drag the green screen effect onto your track. In the top right, click on the white box. This will bring up the color picker, so select the eyedropper and click on the blue color. You will see the center of the circles take on the canvas color, which is white in my case. Escape the color picker by clicking anywhere outside of it. To remove the blue rims around the circles, set the smoothness to 20% and the spill to 100%. You have now built the view for your binoculars. To give more gradient from the white to black, add the edge feather effect. Drag the effect onto the canvas or track in the timeline. Increase the feather strength to a value you like. My preference here is 15%. By the way, adding this feathering is the reason why we scaled the rectangle beyond the canvas size. I did not want this white edge to appear in the canvas. Now that you have built the binoculars, you may wish to save it to your scenes to use on future projects. When you right mouse click on the track, there isn't a Save to My Scenes option. Tip: first group the track. That's right, you can group even single tracks to open up more features. Now when I right mouse click, I can see the Save to My Scenes. Let's change the name to something more meaningful, like binoculars. In the next section, I will share tips on how to add motion to the binoculars scene. Once you have your scene built, make sure it is a single track. So if it contains multiple tracks, use the group function to make it one track. Then duplicate the track multiple times. One copy for each magnification you want in your final production. Here I will increase the scale on one track to 200% and rename the track 2x. Then increase the scale on the other track to 300% and rename it to 3x. Let's position this 3x zoom underneath the binoculars. The trick to give motion to your video is not by moving the binoculars, but to add movement to the background using position animations. Tip: you should lock the binoculars track so that it does not accidentally get moved. So select your magnified scene and slide it around to where you want to start in the middle of the binoculars. Add a position animation to the track. Now find the time frame you want to move the binoculars to and move the animation endpoint, it's that second diamond, to that frame. Again, slide the scene until the area you want displayed is in the binocular view. I see my binocular clip is too short, so let's go extend that. Oops. Because it has been grouped, it will not extend. Well, no worries. I will just add the content I put into my scenes. And it looks like I'll need to add another one. I see when I clicked on the first diamond of the position animation that the background scene is in the wrong place. So I will need to adjust that. Okay, scrubbing through the timeline by moving the playhead manually. That looks okay now. Tip: when using real binoculars, I often look in many directions just to find the subject I want to zoom on. This search pattern can be simulated by adding additional position animations, so let's do that. All right, well, there you go. That is how to create the binocular effect in your videos. Good day, everyone, and happy creating.